Yo, it's good everyone. Crosslord here with Carlos
Hello.
and special guest TPB.
Hi.
Alright, we're gonna have smash between Carlos and then Jeff, correct? I think
Yeah.
that's Jeff. Yeah.
hmm
Alright, so let's get this started. Carlos, you can lead it off.
Okay. So this first turn, the Regirock goes for rock polish, and I just lose my mind. I figured flash cannon turn two was my best play. I knew I needed to get up rocks, but once I saw the rock polish and then the weakness policy, I I just sort of had to let Empoleon die here because I couldn't risk him setting up more, or I don't know. I didn't really know what this Regirock was doing. It turns out that that it doesn't matter though once I get Suicune in because I have Roar and Tailwind, which was really nice. But still, this Regirock was just insane to start out. If I didn't have Roar or Tailwind, I think it could have put in potentially a lot of work. And then turn
7.
7. Are you on that?
Mm-hmm. So the Kyurem goes for Fusion Bolt, and then you go for Toxic. And then since it's in Tailwind and Kyurem outspeeds, it's Scarfed.
Yeah. And that's when I realized I can just go into Crocodile, and that because he's scarfed, and that means he's gonna switch out. So I click Pursuit, and now he dies to rocks, which is really nice because the only way he could get rid of rocks is defog on Mew, and my hazard removing option's dead. So that's
So
really nice for me.
it's turn 11. You have its safety goggles.
Yeah, so I brought the safety goggle settlements because I figured this exchange would happen, and it allowed me to get set up for free. Didn't have to worry about going to sleep. And really, at this point, I should have just won, or at least picked up a few kills. But I go for the second Dragon Dance, and at the time, what I was basically thinking was, what if he's a Scarf Zygarde, or I don't know. I was thinking of like all worst case scenarios, and I was like, oh, he's just gonna go for Mach Punch here, and then he goes for Rock Tomb, and then he kills me with Mach Punch, and I just choked. But I
So
had Aerial Ace, so I could have just killed him. And yeah, there was no reason. I think I was worried about extreme speed too, but getting faster wouldn't help me with that. So it's just overthinking
hmm
and not just killing the thing in front of me.
I'm pretty sure Mence. Well, +1 speed Mence outspeeds Scarf Kyurem. Um, does it outs
Yeah,
does it outspeed Zydog?
yeah, it outspeeds it, but extreme speed. Uh,
That's not gonna do like too much if you just went for the
yeah,
killer.
it does 43 to 51. So
So you're at
there was just no reason for me to go for a second Dragon Dance. It
hold
was
on, you're
just
at yeah
really,
you're at 61. You just won there if you only
yeah,
went
I
for
was just
one.
overthinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really just I choked, and I realized it right after I did it. I was like, yo, that was just bad. And it forced me to go into Crocodile here because I knew I needed Lanoon to win at this point. And I forget, I needed Heatran just oh yeah, no, it was keys because it was the only thing that could both live and kill Breloom. And I just had to hope he stayed in, which he did do.
Mhm.
Because maybe he thought he could kill with Mach Punch, or I don't know. I probably the better play there for him would have been to go for an attack to kill me,
Or he could
because
switch
if
on to
he
Kyurem,
or switch, yeah.
get a free
Oh yeah,
switch.
really, that would have been the good time to go into Kieran
But
instead of the next
Jesus
turn.
Christ. All right, my pet peeve about to come up. All right, so I'm gonna replay turn 14. Goes for Mach Punch. Go for Aerial Ace. Um, turn 15. He just sacks Kyurem. I hate this so much. Why do people do this?
Yeah, it
Like you're throwing
like
away differential. You're throwing away a sacked Mon and a free switch. If you
Yeah,
defog, it's
that would
not
have been
even
better the
dead.
turn before, like we were saying.
If you defog, it's not even dead. Like there are so many different ugh, this pains me.
Yeah, and it allows me to take the 4-3 lead, and then I sack the Suicune so I can then be able to set up with Lanoon,
Hmm.
which I proceed to do. And luckily for me, I have the or does it activate here? I can't remember. The Figgy Berry. Yeah, it activates right here. Originally, when I built this team, I had Citrus, which was just an awful idea. I don't.
Yeah.
When I was prepping with someone else, oh, shout out to Brandon. I'll just give him a shout out here. He was like, "You're stupid. Run Figgy Berry," and I did.
Yeah, pretty much all
And
gluttony Pokemon you want to run Figgy Berry.
Hmm.
yeah, I was just being stupid, and it saved me in this match. Honestly, I needed. I wouldn't have had enough health with Citrus, very likely,
To
to
live the
survive the extreme
E-Speed.
speed.
Um, and then Crocodile, let's see, Crocodile was at 31 HP, and then Heatran definitely would have
Yeah,
died, so yeah, Zygarde could have killed you if you had Citrus there.
Hmm.
and then also turn 16 with a Mew. I'm fairly certain extreme speed was a rule there. Well, Shadow Claw wasn't, and the reason I went for that was I was worried he was faster than me because I wasn't max speed Lanoon. I figured he wouldn't run max speed Mew, so I was fine to speed creep something else. But at that situation, I was just too scared to risk it, and I figured it's better to get off big damage on it.
Hmm.
But he ends up not being max speed Mew, although I don't see it here. He told me later, and so I risked the roll, which was questionable, but it's not too bad,
Um,
in my opinion.
with Rocks, was it still a roll though?
On Mew,
Mm-hmm. Because with,
I can't remember exactly. I
mm,
think it was. Here,
that's weird.
It really depends.
Well, and Mew can be run a lot of different ways too, so.
Um, Extremes. How much is he at? Or maybe it's not a roll then. Or
Well,
he's at
he's at
88, right?
100% plus Rocks.
88. Yeah, no, I do 86 to 107 to max HP Mew.
That's
So
pretty much like.
there's a chance he lives. So
It's very unlikely though. That's like a
I was
90.
willing to risk it. I was willing to risk it, even though it's like a low. I mean, hey, TVB lost his favorite
Yeah.
role in the last match,
That's
so
like a 90% chance to
I
kill.
I risked it, and it worked for me. Even though it's 90%, I've gotten 10% stuff before against me. Like it happens. You miss the play rough, you all sorts of things.
So
But
yeah, after that, Lanu
yeah,
just sweeps from here.
really glad I was able to pick up Lanoon. I've seen countless examples of it sweeping in the league format, and I wanted to join in on the fun, and that's what I did this week. Even though I could have swept with Salamence, and I choked, and
Hmm.
yeah, I choke with Salamence all the time. It's just a pattern this season.
On turn 16, Jeff switches out his Zygarde 10%, but it was kind of obvious you were going to go for Belly Drum because otherwise, your team doesn't do too well against Lantern and Zygarde.
Hmm. Yeah,
But
he really could have attacked there.
yeah, if he two extreme speeds would have killed after a Belly Drum.
Yeah, and you outspeed, so he kind of threw.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely a questionable switch there.
Yeah,
The only
but
thing I could figure,
if you didn't go for Belly Drum.
Because
yeah,
you do not one hit KO with a E speed, do you? At +0.
at +0,
No.
I do 46 to
Yeah,
54.
no, you're not. So that was kind of a choke of with him. He should have double E speeded, and then he would have won the game.
Yeah, but Lanoon scares people. Yeah, don't switch on a setup Pokemon. Basically,
Yeah.
get damage on it.
We learned this
Especially
multiple times.
yeah, that's really interesting to point that out because I actually didn't notice that. He would have won.
Hmm.
I just had to hope he didn't go for.
He misplayed.
Well, he's probably banded, so he'd have to click extreme speed there.
Well,
and it
he could
allows me
click.
to go into something else.
Clicking extreme speed's fine because that's the move you're gonna go to.
It gives me a switch into Heatran though on the if
Well, yeah,
Linoon
but then
died.
he would sag
Mhm.
something else. He would go back into it. 1,000 arrows would kill the remaining two.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me look. I was Choice Scarf Heatran, so there was a chance
Do you outspeed?
that
You don't
yeah.
outspeed Timid, do you? I mean, Jolly. Sorry.
Here, let's look. To
No, he would. He would.
I was 361. What is Guard? Yeah. Oh, I
367.
speed tie it? Oh, I miss. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, that would have been close, but I think I think I still could have won if he didn't choke against Lanoon. It would have been close though.
Mm-hmm. Would have been a much closer game. Differential would have been different.
Yes, but didn't happen. So Lanoon got the win. My Salamence choke didn't affect me. It was a really intense match, I will say. It was late at night, and we were able to finish our match, and it was just intense. During the match, I was like, this is crazy,
Yeah,
but it was fun.
that's a lot of action in a short amount of turns, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of heat.
Yeah,
And you can hit
definitely.
20.
Regirock. The
A
Regirock
lot of
and then
setup.
the Scarf, Fusion Bolt, Kyurem. Kind of crazy sets. And even though you didn't predict it, well, Rock Tomb Breloom, I would like to think is standard, even though it might not technically.
Okay, the problem. It's not that I didn't predict Rock Tomb. It's that I was worried about fast Zygarde. Like I figured he'd go for Mach Punch there, so Extreme Speed could kill potentially, but I just didn't see any reason he would go for Rock Tomb over Mach Punch.
Mm-hmm.
But really, just Dragon Dance was not the play there.
Yeah.
I should have just killed him. Because I go to +2 anyways, and yeah.
And like the extra stat didn't really matter.
Yeah, like I was saying, I was just worried about Scarf Zygarde, which there was no reason to be worried about that, but I was overthinking.
So yeah, just little small things that kind of won this game by the hair of your chin there.
Yep.
A lot of really close calls that could have costed you the game.
Both of us choking multiple times.
So yeah, really interesting game to watch, and really wish I was there to watch it live, but I was probably driving home. But anyway, so yeah, anything else to add before I leave?
No.
Go OKC Electivire. We're gonna go undefeated the rest of the season, except when we lose to Junior. So yeah.
Go Seattle Mariani.
Really though.
Marini. Whatever.
Dude, Seattle Marini about to go 14-0.
Really though.
And then go to the finals and then lose to a crit.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
Rip envy. Anyway. Alright, see you guys next time. Peace.